This is Barb Angelo. She's a past life regression specialist and a certified instructor. You go on to do a lot of sessions. And so that's actually another thing. A lot of people may think, well, where's my magical illuminating experience? And you put in the work before the really light part kicks in, but there are ongoing little awakenings that come along. And I find also that really the practice, giving sessions before becoming a teacher or some of these experiences, just giving those sessions in itself is a form of spiritual practice and enlightening. So did you find the same thing in your first few years as a full-time hypnotherapist and past life therapist?
Yes, you really do. And when I train my classes, I'll say, you're not going to be experienced in everything, of course, but then that's how you gain your experience and gain knowledge, because there's always going to be that one that comes up and you go, uh-oh, I've never seen this before. What do I do? And I'll tell them, just keep asking questions. Even if you keep saying, now what's happening? Now what's happening?
Yeah.
The more that you do it, and again, sometimes people now especially want things fast and they want to master something fast. It takes a lot of years of really just doing the work.
Yeah.
And that's how you put it in, and that's how you learn. And I sometimes will say, I feel bad sometimes charging money because I get such an experience from it. I
Yeah.
learn so much from it.
Yeah. It's like doing the work, doing all the prerequisites, but also not getting stuck in one part of work. And so a lot of people really love learning, and but they spend their entire time taking courses, or you can read books about doing it, and you love reading about doing it. But I'd say, put the book down, and I've read a lot, then I'd meditate a lot, and I'd do long retreats. And one of the messages I got at the end was, in order to further your meditation practice, you're going to have to stop meditating, or you're going to have
Get
to
out into the world.
you're going to have to meditate and do sessions with not just connecting with your superconscious, but with the superconscious of other people. And I found that really was a next step and a really enlightening, helpful part of my own spiritual journey, which is assisting other people with theirs. And just having those early experiences in the first few years of going, I cannot believe two people could share such beautiful, powerful, superconscious connected experiences, and being able to guide people through that and be part of it is such a privilege and such a joy that, it's such a payoff. And as you say, like selfishly, how great to be able to be part of it. That's an excellent thing for people that are thinking about doing this kind of training. Maybe I'm not enlightened yet, so I don't know if I can do it. Well, you get it along the steps, and just putting one foot in front of the other, and doing varieties of practice. And so that's even one thing I find is, how do I get better and better at past life regression? And it's not necessarily reading another 50 books on past life regression. I find it's pretty helpful to study the wisdom traditions of the world and do practices like meditation. So have you had the same experience, or what do you
Oh,
think?
exactly. And I'm one of those people, I'm a woman who doesn't buy shoes, I buy books.
Yeah.
So I'm always, especially if I listen to a podcast and somebody has a book, I'll say, I'm going to order that book. Even if it's not 100% what I'm going to do or interested in, if I get a couple of things that I can work into my practice. But I have met people too who they want to master it before they even go out and do it.
Yes.
It's not possible, especially with this.
Yep. Yeah.
You're never going to be 100% prepared. You really aren't, but you've done the work. So I'll say to people, I know my scripts. We all know the inductions. We know our techniques. I have a general script that I could say in my sleep. But then I'm waiting to see what's going to happen. And that's when you're really listening and you're asking a lot of questions and you're going wherever they take you. You're in for the ride with them. You're not, pulling them on the ride. You're kind of guiding them somewhere and then saying, here you go. Now tell me what's going on. And that's the exciting part when you get to that. I can't wait to see what's going to happen.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.